Great. Welcome to your mat. Welcome to your class on this absolutely glorious sunny day. So just take a deep breath down into your belly, and as you do so, just let it really fill into the cavern of your belly. So that as you inhale, you feel the stretch of the softness of the belly as it moves forward. And as you exhale, you feel it fall into the deep in the back of you, into the back of your spine, into the floor. And again, really fill into the soft belly of you. So as you inhale, you feel that filling, that opening. And as you exhale, you feel that sinking and dropping, and deep drop into the floor. And so we're just encouraging ourselves to slow down, to check in. Can you expand the breath down into the pelvic floor, into the sides of your waist, into the lower back, into the spine? And how would you feel the weight of you changing as you inhale down into your belly, as you exhale? And notice how your ribcage moves. So as you fill down into your belly, as you really expand the breath in your belly, something's happening in your ribcage. There is this movement, a sense of tone, a sense of texture that changes on the inhalation and on the exhalation. What direction does your ribcage move as you inhale? And how does your ribcage move on your exhalation? How is one different from the other? It seems to me almost like my inhalation moves one place, but my exhalation falls through a different place. It seems it affects different places in me, the inhalation and the exhalation. How is that for you? Or is it the same place that rises and the same place that falls for you with the breath? And then notice, do your collarbones move? Do the side of your neck into the back of your throat? Does that move as you breathe? Or that area between your collarbones, the hollow of your throat, does it move as you breathe? Is it lifted? Does it expand? Is there a softening in one direction, a tone in a different direction? How does your throat, neck, collarbones, how do they feel as you breathe? And from all these different patterns, the pattern of the belly breath, the rib cage breath, the collarbones, throat and neck breath, where could you soften right now? Where would be a really nice place to just relax into or to ease into? Like, where could you drop right now? For me, my jaw and the front of my throat really longs to soften with the breath. For you, where is that? Where do you feel a pattern or a sense of you, and where could you drop and deepen just ever so slightly more? It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's like layering in another kind of a layer of softness or a an understanding or an awareness of a pattern and a glimmer of a change in something. Where could you soften right now? Really deepen into. Bring your awareness to the expression on your face. The sense of the way your eyebrows are in relationship to each other, the expression around your eyes, the eyelids, your cheekbones, your nose, your lips, your mouth, your jaw. What is the expression on your face right now, and can you soften that expression? Often I feel like when we contract, we move towards the middle of ourselves, we move towards our midline, we contract inwards. And so often a sense of expansion and widening through the face is a really beautiful thing. So imagine that your eyebrows can widen apart, they can float a bit wider, that your forehead can actually be wider, that your temples can broaden, your cheekbones can widen, that your nose can widen, that the nostrils either side of your septum can really broaden up into the back of your head or the front of your face. That your lips can widen, your teeth could widen, your tongue could settle into a deeper space in your mouth. A settling of the jaw, a widening into the ears and the front of the throat. And really a falling into the back of your neck, into your ears as well. Can you imagine that there is a widening happening, a really deep softening and a settling outwards, really taking space outwards through your face and head? There is space. Really deepen into it, settle into it, soften into it. So from all the different layers of you that are here in this moment, that you can be aware of in this moment, where do you feel well right now? Where in your body, when you connect, do you think to yourself or know to yourself, I feel well there, I feel comfortable or connected, or there is awareness and there is okayness there? Where is that for you in this moment? So coming to lie on your back with your knees bent and your feet are flat on the floor. So as you rest into the floor, have a sense of how the back of your body is resting. So the backs of your arms resting on the floor, the length of your spine resting on the floor. And then as you just rest here, begin to pull your lower back down and flatten into the floor. So you pull your spine backwards into the floor, and then as you arch, breathe into your belly as you arch your lower back. As you flatten down, pull your spine backwards, and as you arch, breathing into your belly as you arch into the lower back. And again, flattening your lower back down, pulling backwards, and as you arch, breathe into your belly. Nice, one more time. Flattening down into the floor, and then arching, breathing into your belly. Nice. Flatten your lower back down, and then drop both knees down towards the right, and feel just the sensations that emerge through your body as you drop your knees down towards the right. Often there's an achiness or a stretchiness or just more sensation through the left side of your body. Or what is it for you? And then come back up to center and drop your knees down towards the left. And notice what happens, what moves, what connects as you drop your knees down towards the left. And then back up to center. And then just sway your knees from side to side, down towards the right, back up to center. and down towards the left, back up to center, down towards the right, the center, and then down towards the left, center. Nice. From here, draw the right knee up onto your chest and squeeze it deeply down. As you squeeze your knee down towards you, connect into that right hip, the buttock, the thigh, the hip, the knee, the foot, the interlocking of your fingers, and the way the weight is on the back of your body. And then lift your left foot off the floor, and you have several things you can do with the left foot. You can just leave it floating, you can reach it out a little bit, or you can stretch the left leg really long and strong so it floats just above the floor. So you're squeezing your right knee down towards you, and you're lengthening out through your left leg, really long and strong through your left leg. Flex both feet, so draw your toes towards you, and then point both toes. Flex both feet, and point both toes. And again, flex both feet, and point both toes. Squeeze both knees up towards you, and just rock from side to side. As always, just feel how your body is traveling in space behind you, or notice the way the weight of your body travels from the right hip back through the center towards the left hip, back through the center, right hip, back through the center, and then left hip and center. Nice. Push your elbows into the floor, a little bit out from your sides, maybe at a 45-degree angle, and then roll like there's a clock on the back of your pelvis. As you roll, really appreciate the sensation of sacrum, lower back, the boniness of the outsides of the pelvis perhaps, or just the ability of your spine to do this, and then roll in the other direction. Always with these movements, we're looking to create wellness, and so you're easing into the range of motion that feels good for you, rather than a particular shape or an expectation of how you should be. It's really about listening, how can I move without discomfort in my body, which is an amazing skill to have. So lower your right foot to the floor with your knee bent, and interlock your fingers and squeeze the left thigh up towards you, interlocking your fingers around the left shin. And just listen in. This leg is different. This leg is not the same as the other one. What does this leg do as you pull it towards you? How does it express itself? Nice. And then slowly lifting the right leg up, stretch the right leg maybe a little bit, or all the way out until it floats just above the floor. So right leg is really long, and you're squeezing the left knee up towards you. And then point your toes, flex your foot, point your toes, and flex your foot, point your toes, and flex your foot. Nice. Sorry, my dogs. Squeeze both knees up towards you, hugging them in, and then just rock your knees from side to side. Really just rocking gently from one side to the other, holding onto your knees as you rock from one side to the other side. And then come to center, push your elbows down into the floor, and now let your knees travel from side to side, keeping your elbows on the floor. So now we're twisting into the spine a little bit more as we do this. As you rock from one side to the other side, feel that how the weight of your body is held in the side of your waist. And how does that feel for you as you connect in, as you listen in? Nice. Stretch both legs straight up towards the ceiling and roll out through your ankles. As you roll into your ankles into big circles, just feel down into your toes, into your feet, into your heels, and then roll in the other direction, really listening in, rolling, easing, massaging, lengthening. Point your toes, flex your feet, point your toes, and flex your feet. Nice. Lower both feet to the floor, knees are bent. And then drop both knees down towards the right. Back up to center. And drop both knees down towards the left. And back up to center. Both knees towards the right. Back up to center. And then both knees towards the left.
back up to center. Nice. So extend both hands straight up towards the ceiling. Make fists out of your hands and roll into a big circle with your fists. So as you roll, there's a sense of really easing into the wrists, really massaging into the wrists. And then roll in the other direction. Feeling that achy opening of the wrists as you do it. Open your fingers wide. And then make fists. Open your fingers wide. And make fists. And one more time. Open your fingers wide. And make fists. Nice. Reach through your fingers so your palms are facing each other, and then we're going to do the shoulder shrug while lying here. So draw your shoulders off the floor so you reach your fingers a bit higher up towards the ceiling, and then pull your shoulders backwards until they touch the floor, keeping your arms straight. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling, and then pull your shoulders backwards, keeping your arms straight. One more time. Reach your fingers up towards the ceiling, just pausing there. Really feel the sense of reaching, and then flatten your lower back down into the floor like we do in the beginning of the class. And as you pull your shoulders backwards, arch your lower back as you pull your shoulders backwards. As you reach your fingers forwards, flatten your lower back down. So you're a bit like a little choo-choo train. As you pull your shoulders backwards, arch your lower back. As you reach your fingers forward, flatten your lower back down. They should feel like they match each other somehow. As you pull your shoulders backwards, arching the lower back. As you reach your fingers forward, flatten into the floor. One more time. Pull your shoulders backwards, arching. And then reach your fingers long, flattening. Nice. Lower your arms down beside you. And then stretch one leg long, stretch the other leg long. And just come to rest on the floor, turning your palms towards the ceiling, letting your feet fall outwards. And just have a sense of your shoulders, your neck, your wrists, and the buttocks, the hips, the knees, the feet. And then you're just connecting down into the whole of your body. So bend one knee, bring your foot to the floor, bend your other knee, bring your foot to the floor, and then lift your right foot up and bring your right ankle to rest on top of your left knee. So my foot is resting on top of my knee, and my knee is I'm trying to just have my ankle bone pushing gently into my knee. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right knee, so my palm is resting on the inner surface of my knee, and then push your hand into your knee, and then push your knee into your hand. So let your knee travel forward and backwards, but my ankle bone is staying on my knee as I stretch my knee away and as I pull my knee towards me. But nothing is moving except for the right leg. It's like it's waving a bit. So your knee is waving towards you, and then your knee is waving away. Your knee is waving towards you, and then your knee is waving away. Nice, one more time. Knee is waving towards you, and then knee is waving away. So bring both arms long beside you and make this movement without your hand being there. So let your knee travel. So it's almost like my thigh is trying to come towards my belly on the right, and then I'm dropping my knee out towards away from me, and then let your knee draw towards you, and then away. So I'm waving that right leg as I did before, but now my hand is just resting on the floor. So I'm just waving into that knee. Nice. And then stretch your right leg up towards the ceiling. Interlock your fingers around the back of your right thigh, and then just bend your knee so you squeeze your calf into your hands that are resting at the back of your thigh, and then stretch your leg up towards the ceiling. You just let your hands move away from you as much as you need to. Bend your knee really deeply, like you're trying to squeeze your hands with your calf as it squeezes down towards your thigh, and then stretch your leg up towards the ceiling, reaching really long. One more time, really try and bend your knee deeply squeezing your hands with your calf as you bend your knee, and then stretch your leg up towards the ceiling. Nice. Lower your foot to the floor. Lift the left foot up and bring the left foot to rest on top of the right knee. The left ankle is resting on the right knee, and your left hand is going to rest the inside of your left knee, and let your knee move towards you, keeping your ankle on your knee. Let your knee move away from you. So there's this swaying sense of the knee drawing towards you, and then the knee pulling away from you. Knee moving towards you, and knee moving away from you. Nice. Knee moving towards you, and knee moving away from you. Nice. Both arms beside you. Make the same movement with just your leg. How easy, how smooth is this movement? How unsmooth is this movement? You know, where does it catch? Where are you noticing that it's interesting or difficult, or where do you need to slow down? So always when something becomes intense, it means that you have to slow down a little bit more in that place. You have to pay more attention. Really bringing awareness and care into that place. Bringing more, like stretching it out a little bit more in time. Nice. And then stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling. Interlock your fingers somewhere near the back of your knee. And then bend your knee deeply and squeeze your hand with the back of your calf. And then stretch your left leg up towards the ceiling, reaching long through that leg. And then again, bend your knee, squeezing your hand with your calf. And stretch your leg up towards the ceiling. And one more time, bend your knee and squeeze your hands with your calf. And stretch your leg up. Nice. Bend your knee, bring your foot to the floor. One more movement on the floor before we change. So draw your right knee up towards you with your arms long beside you, and let your right knee move as close towards you as you can. Your arms are staying on the floor beside you. And then let your right foot move away so that your toes just tap the floor lightly. Your knee stays bent. Draw your right knee towards you, as close as it'll come towards your belly, your thigh. And then drop your toes down, keeping your knees bent. Tap the floor. Bring your knee straight up over your hip. Slowly, keeping your lower back on the floor, so you have to push the left foot a little bit more into the floor. Let your right knee move out towards the right. Keep pushing down into your left foot as you do this. And then come back up to center. And then let your right knee move towards the left. But you're not twisting your body, you're just pulling your knee, your thigh across your belly. And just do that a few times, pushing down into the left foot as you draw your knee out towards the right. And then come back to center. And draw your knee towards the left. Nice, so we're going to make a circle with that movement. So draw your knee towards you. Let your knee move towards the right. You're making a diamond. And then away and to the left. Towards, right, away and left. Towards, right, away and left. Change direction. Away, right, towards, left, away, right, towards, and left. Nice, cool. From here, just squeeze your knee towards you, hugging it in, and then just smush your knee from side to side. So it's not really a technical term, but as you squeeze your knee towards you, pull your knee so that you're kind of grinding the bone into the femoral head. Like you're really meeting the hip socket as you do this. You're really going, oh, there's my hip socket, as I pull my knee towards me and just move my leg from one side to the other. So it's a different kind of sensation than when we were moving freely in space. It's much more gnarly, much more bony. Nice, and then lower your foot to the floor. Nice, just pause there a moment, noticing the difference between your two legs. Both sides of your spine, both feet. And then draw your left knee up, keeping your arms long beside you. Draw your left knee as close towards you as you can. For me to do that, I have to push a bit into my right foot to give myself some leverage. And then lower your left foot down until it touches the floor. Let your left knee travel up towards you and draw your knee as close close as you can. And then draw your left foot down, let it touch the floor. Nice. Bring your knee straight up over your hip. Push your right foot extra into the floor. Draw your left knee out to the side. And come back up to center. And then left knee over towards the right. And back up to center. Push down extra into the right foot. Drop down towards the left. And back up to center. And then over towards the right. And center. Now we're going to make a diamond or a circle. So draw your left knee towards you, to the left, away, to the right, towards, left, away, right, towards, left, away, right, change direction, away, left, towards, right, away, left, towards, and right. Nice. Lower your foot to the floor. Oh, actually squeeze your knee towards you, sorry. Squeeze your left knee towards you. And then smush your knee from side to side. So you have the sense of like really meeting the bones of the hip and the pelvis as they meet each other. There's the quality of that as you smush your knee from side to side. Noticing that, how is that? It's never really very pleasant, but it shouldn't be sharp or painful. It should just feel very bony and gnarly kind of. It feels like an old tree to me. Nice, and then lower both feet to the floor and just pause there, both feet on the floor. Hands rest on your lower belly. Just let yourself land and settle. So rolling over onto your side and come all the way up into a cat position. So you're coming onto your hands and knees. Your hands are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. You can tuck your toes under. I always think it's more connected for your knees to have your toes tucked under. It always feels to me like my kneecaps feel more strong or something. I don't know what it is. Hands are underneath your shoulders. We're going to do the shoulder shrug here like we did earlier. So squeeze your shoulders backwards. And then push your shoulders forwards. So earlier we were doing it when we were lying on the floor, so our arms moved. Whereas here our arms can't move, so our chest has to move. So glide your chest towards the floor, and then move your chest away from the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Open your shoulder blades apart. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And open your shoulder blades apart. One more time. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then open your shoulder blades apart. Nice. So we're going to do the full cat from here. So round your back, tuck your chin under, and look towards your belly button. And then arching your back, lift your chest and look forward. Rounding your back, tuck your chin under, looking towards your belly button. Arching your back, lift your chest and look forward. Nice. And again, round your back, tuck your chin under, looking towards your belly button. Arching your back, lift your chest and look forward. Nice. Come to a neutral spine and then look over your right shoulder. As you do so, you should feel lengthen the left side of your waist. Almost like squeeze your right shoulder down towards your right hip a little bit more. So I feel like the folds of the side of my ribs, the side of my hips. And then come back to center. Look over your left shoulder. And then squeeze the left shoulder down towards the left hip a little bit extra. And then you don't have to look over your shoulder to do this anymore. Just kind of squeeze the right hip towards the right shoulder. And then squeeze the left hip towards the left shoulder. So you're trying to shorten one side of the rib cage and lengthen the other as you rock from one side to the other side with the rib cage. So now we're doing kind of like a cat pose, left to right. So we're trying to shorten one side, lengthen the other. Shorten one side, lengthen the other. Shorten one side, lengthen the other. Nice. And then resting all the way back, bring your head down. Come rest into a child's pose. Forehead is down, arms are long beside you. There's that sense of really long through your arms, or if they're long beside you, forehead is resting down. Head is down. If you find that resting your head on the floor feels very far away, then you can either bend your elbows to bring your head to rest on two fists, or you can bend your elbows to rest your hands into your palms. If for any reason sitting back on your bum is difficult, then bring your elbows more forward and have your bum high, and so that you're listening to your knees as you rest here in your child's pose. Nice. So bring both hands underneath your shoulders again and come into your cat pose. And then bring your right foot to where your right knee was. And then reach back and either help your right foot forward or swing your right foot forward and then bring both hands back down onto the floor. So your right foot's going to end between your two hands. Nice. Tuck your back toe under. So help your right foot forward whatever way you need to. So help it forward, walking your toes a little bit more forward so your toes are a little bit further forward than your fingertips. And then slowly stretch your back leg. You just feel that. Your back leg, you're stretching into it. It's taken strength and power to lengthen that back leg off the floor. Awesome job. Amazing. And your hands are strong. Your balance is in your hands. And your back leg is stretching. Slowly drop your back knee. Let it touch the floor very lightly. And then stretch your back leg again. Nice. Drop your back knee to the floor, leave it on the floor, bring your right hand to your right knee and turn your chest towards the right. Nice. Bring your fingers to the front of the right shoulder, lift your elbow up and then extend your right hand up towards the ceiling. As you reach up, just feel like your right arm is lengthening, your left hand is on the floor and your right hand is stretching up towards the ceiling. Yes, exactly. Lovely. Super. Bend your elbow, lower your hand to the floor, and then just rock a little bit back so you're stretching a little bit into that front leg, and then rock a little bit forward so you're easing into the back hip. So just rock forward and backwards so you just feel, oh, front leg, I can feel my bum and my thigh and my hip, and then back leg as you rock forward, you feel the front of the leg. So just feel that. As you rock back, you feel the back of the leg perhaps. As you rock forward, you feel the deep of the hips a little bit more. You're just rocking forward and backwards just a little bit. Nice. So either rise up or just pull your leg back, whatever way you do. And then round your back, looking towards your navel. Lifting your chest and look forward. Nice. Rounding your back, looking toward your navel. Lifting your chest and looking forward. Nice. One last time. Round your back, look towards your navel, lifting your chest, arching your back, look forward. Super. Come to a neutral spine, bring your left foot to where your left knee was. So you have the option of rising up and then stepping the left foot forward and then coming down, or helping that left foot forward with your hand. See what's right for you. Both hands are either side of that left foot and walk your left foot forward until your toes are a little bit forward of your fingertips. And then stretch long into the right leg. It's really like pushing down into your hands. Feel like your front leg helps you lift that back leg and stretch out into the back leg. Wonderful. Breath is in your belly. You just find the deep of you, the length of the back leg, the sense of strength and resource and resilience in you right now. Slowly let your back knee travel down, let it tap the floor lightly, and then lift the back leg long and strong. Nice. Drop the back knee to the floor, and then very gently, and listening is the most important thing, rock forward and backwards. So as you rock forward and backwards, you're listening, oh, when I go forwards, that's when I feel the stretch there, and oh, when I go backwards, that's when I feel the stretch here. But you're not forcing your body into any shape that doesn't feel right for it. You're just listening to the lines and the connections and the wellness of you. So make it as small as you need it to be. Really allowing that the smallest, wellest movement you can make is more important than any shape or any design that you think you could make. Really listening to that. Hearing the wellness of you. Nice. And then either lifting up to bring your foot back or pull your foot back in whatever way you do. And then hands are underneath your knees. No, hands are underneath your shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. Stretch your right leg long so that it's your toes on the floor and you're stretching your leg long. You're really lengthened into that right leg. And then drop your knee. And then stretch into the left leg. Really long into the left leg. And then drop your back knee. So reach the left hand forward so that your fingertips are on the floor and your arm is out as far forward. It's just reaching out in front of you. Your fingers are on the floor. And then reach your right leg long so your toes are on the floor. So my right hand and left leg are exactly like they were, but my left hand and my right foot are now long. And then maybe let your back toes float for a moment. Lower them down, let your front fingers float for a moment. Lower them down, back foot floats for a moment. Lower it down, front hand floats for a moment. Lower it down. Let's try both. Both of them float. Awesome. Lowering it down, slide back, bring your knee and your hand back to center. Reach your right hand forward, fingertips on the floor. Stretch your left leg long so your toes are on the floor. Lift your back toes up for a moment. Lower them down, lift your front fingers up. Now lower it down. Back toes, lower down, front fingers, lower down, both together. Just hover, just literally 1 millimeter off the floor. Even just like have your fingers so they're still touching the floor but that your weight has changed. You're not using it to balance anymore. Nice, lowering down, bring both hands to the floor. Sit your bum back towards your heels, bring your elbows to the floor and just roll out through your wrists. Let's really give thanks for these amazing structures. Breath is in your belly. A sense of wide through the rib cage. Really appreciating the sensations of shoulders, of elbows, of forearms, of wrists. And really be in your body in this moment. Can you feel the foldings of you and the breath of you as you roll into your fingers and wrists? Open your fingers wide. Appreciate the stretching. I've been gardening loads the last few days and I've been ripping out briars and I just love it. God, it's so vigorous and wonderful to be out gardening. Squeeze your hands in, appreciating your hands. Open your fingers wide. Squeeze your hands in and open them out wide. Nice. From here, come to sit on your mat. So sweep your feet over to the side and then come sit on your mat. So if you want to have a block or something underneath your bum, you can, or a book, or a pillow, or just something a little bit up, because often what happens is that if you're sitting, you can be rounding backwards a little bit into your spine. So I'm gonna sit, I'm gonna sit sideways. So sitting where you are, your seat is on something a little bit higher, bring your hands to your thighs, and then just round your back and draw your nose down towards your belly button. It's never gonna get there, but just that direction is where we're going. And then lift your chest and pull your fingers back a little bit so you feel like you're opening the chest and you're pulling your fingers and your elbows backwards just a little bit. Nice. And then bring your hands to your thighs, rounding your back, let your head fall downwards. And then pull your fingers backwards. And as you travel from one to the other, go really slowly and just travel from one to the other. But really feel the rounding beauty of your spine as you draw forward, and that lengthening elegance of your spine as you arch and pull your elbows and shoulders backwards. So feel just the beauty and the majesty of your spine as you round. And then I think elegance is always something that comes to mind in the deep of the spine. It's this incredibly beautiful structure, so able, so present. All we have to do is give it time and space and it begins to really enjoy and appreciate the directions that we can offer it. So
And just one more time each direction, pulling your elbows backwards and rounding your back forwards. Nice. And then come all the way to sit up. And now just look over, keep both hands on your thighs and just look over your right shoulder. Whatever that means. Don't force your neck, or look towards the right, whatever that means to you. And then come back to center. And then look over towards the left. And notice what that is for you. And back to center. Now draw your right hand back and look over the right shoulder. So the right hand is back behind you, you're up on your fingertips. Your left hand is going to hold on to the outside of your left knee. Look over your right shoulder. And then all the way back to center. And then look over your left shoulder, bringing your left hand behind you, right hand to the outside of your knee, opening through the chest. And back to center. Bring both hands to your thighs, tuck your right elbow in, reach your right hand up, and then reach up and look up. And bend your elbow and draw your right elbow down like as if you're going to try and bring it to the floor just beside your right hip. And then keeping your elbow bent, reach your right hand up towards the ceiling, reaching up, looking up. And then bending your elbow, draw your elbow down like as if you're going to try and bring your right elbow to the floor beside your hip. And then come all the way back to center. Draw the left elbow in, bend it, and then glide the left hand up, reaching up and looking up. And bend your elbow and squeeze your elbow down like you're trying to bring your elbow down towards the floor beside you, beside your hip. Reach your left hand up, reaching up, looking up. And then bending your elbow, draw down so you really pull it down in the direction of your hip. Nice. Come all the way back to center. Reach the right hand forward, down towards your foot. Just feel that coming back. And then reach the left hand forward, down towards your shin, your ankle, your foot, whatever it is that you hold on to. And coming back up. And then glide your right hand forward, let your head drop, come back up. And then let your left hand glide forward, let your head drop, coming all the way up. Do it a few times. One hand reaches out, let your head drop. Notice the back of your rib cage and your shoulder blade on the side that's reaching. And notice the other shoulder as well, of the one that's not reaching. What is the difference between your two shoulders and the back of your rib cage as you reach out with one hand, as you reach out and down along the other? So I'm sliding my hand down my shin or down my thigh. I'm just really finding the length possibility through the back of my body. Nice, and come back to center. Reach backwards behind you, touch the floor behind you, just a little bit back with your right hand, and then come back. And then reach the left hand behind you, touch it back behind you, and come back to center. One more time each side, reach your right hand behind you, touch the floor. And then reach the left hand behind you, touch the floor. Nice, roll your shoulders, big circle. Last of the movements. Really rolling deeply into your shoulders and then roll in the other direction. Really appreciate and enjoy the deep sense of shoulder blades, collarbones. How does your neck connect into your shoulders? How does your spine help your shoulders move? Nice. And then last movement, sitting, roll into your belly. So as you roll into your belly, just get a sense of the kind of the wiggle of your spine as you roll into your belly, and then just roll in the other direction. Rolling, rolling. Nice. So come forward on your mat, scoot yourself forward so you're a little bit forward on your mat so that you've space to come lie down, and hold on to your thighs, and as you lower down, lift your feet off the floor so your thighs slowly descend. And then land on the floor with your knees bent and your arms long beside you. And as always, just feel the glorious moment of the floor. Just appreciate that through your body, through the deep of you. Feet are hip distance apart, and just drop your knees just gently from side to side, just leaning down into your hips in one way and then leaning down and
tracking the sensations, the difference in the sensations between left and right, and also between the first time you do this and then all the times after that. Every time it changes, it keeps changing. You're like, what's different now? What's not catching, or what is catching, or what's moving or what's not moving. And then just coming to center, draw your right knee up towards you, hug it in. And then lower it down. And then draw your left knee up towards you, hug it in. And lowering it down. Nice. So coming into relaxation. So relaxation, you can have your knees bent, or you can have your legs outstretched long. You can, if you want, if you're very advanced and supportive of yourself, you could put a pillow underneath your knees if you wanted to, which is very nice. You could put a little bit of a lift or a block underneath the back of your head. You could get a blanket if you wanted to, which would be really wonderful. And just resting where you are, really feeling the sense of the floor beneath you, whatever way that you're coming into your resting, into your relaxation. And just feeling the back of the floor beneath you, the way your shoulders rest, the way the breath is down into the pelvis, into the belly. And just let your breath become really smooth and steady. Imagine that you are the ocean and that the waves are really long. I often see it like is it the morning sea that's very calm, or sometimes the evening sea is just so has this quality of timelessness and that ripple of the waves along the shore. So whatever way that you imagine it, whatever way you feel it, really allow your breath to deepen through the whole of you. Let it sweep through you as you inhale and as you exhale, and really allow a deeper sense of resting, pausing. I really like that analogy of where is your brakes? You know how we have brakes in cars where we stop and we pause and we stop deeply with our brakes. And in us, where is your brake? Where is your whoa, hold on, let's stop. So find that place in you where you really take stock or gather yourself in or pull yourself in. Collect yourself and stop. Noticing the sensations of this inner landscape, this inner universe that is you. All these sensations, all these layers of being, layers of perception. So you can feel the weight of your body, you can feel the sense of your skin. There is clothing, you can feel the floor. You have a sense of the air around you, perhaps, and maybe you can sense if it's sunny or if it's not, or if it's cool or if it's bright. The time of day, noticing that in your body. And again, as we did at the beginning, let your face widen. So allow your forehead to widen, your eyebrows to widen, your eyelids, the cheekbones, nose, nostrils, teeth, mouth, gums, jaw. Really allow your mouth to widen deeply. It's quite an incredible feeling sometimes of allow your teeth to soften. There's all these amazing ligaments holding onto the roots of your teeth. Can you just let the grip go a little bit? Softening into the jaw, the throat, the
collarbones, the back of your neck, and allow your eyes, there's 9 bones in the socket of your eye. And can you allow some space for your eyeballs? And can you widen into your ears? Broaden into the back of your head, and really feel like the back of your neck is lengthening and widening. It's seeking space, really falling into the space that is. Nice. And just let your breath deepen into your belly. Take a full deep breath down into your belly. And as you take that breath into your belly, begin to reach into your arms and stretch down into your legs. And allow a sense of long and lengthening, and reaching your arms overhead. Reach through one leg and reach through the other leg. Awaken into your body. And then either drawing your knees up or rocking your knees over, or whatever it is that you do to awaken into this moment, to arise. Nice. Thank you so much. Lovely.